Ramanujan for G is now available on the Google Play Store. Try it out for free.
Good morning, students. So today we will start with some particular functions with their graphs, right? So let us start with one by one. Okay. So the first thing is let me check once. Okay. So the first is we are starting with the constant function. Okay. So a function fx x to y is said to be constant function if its range in a singleton set, that is we can say f of x is equals to c. Okay, so x belongs to this x and where is c is some constant, right? C is some constant. Okay, c is some constant. Okay, so like example, if we take like this f of r to r defined by which is y is equals to fx, which is equals to 7, is a constant function. So f of 1 is 7, similarly f of 2 is 7, f of 3 is 7, right? So we can say d of f is equals to r and r of f is equals to 7, which is equals to c. So graph we can draw like this. So y is equals to 7 and this gap is 7, right? So we can say this is our answer. This is our answer, right? Next, the second one is the identity function. Identity function. Okay, so the function f is defined by f of x. F of x is equals to x, where x belongs to R, is called identity function. So domain of this is R and range of function is R, right? So domain and the range of function is R. The graph for this is become this, and here y and here x is given, right? Here O and here y is equals to x. Okay. Next, we are having which is polynomial function. Okay, so function defined by f of x is equals to a naught plus a1x plus a2x square till n x to the power n, right? So where a naught, a1, a2 up to an are real constants, and n is non-negative integer. So this is a polynomial function. Next, if we talk about the rational function, okay, so a function fx which can be expressed in form gx by hx, where gx and hx are polynomials are polynomials, and hx is not equals to 0. Hx is not equals to 0. So this is called rational function. Okay, so you can copy it. Next, we are having number 5, which is modulus function. Or we called it absolute value, or we can say this as numerical function. Okay, so here we can say a function r to r defined by the fx is equals to mod of x, or we can say fx is equals to x, so x is greater than equals to 0, and here minus of x, which is x is less than 0, right? So it is called the absolute value or the modulus function. So domain is R and the range is R positive, means 0 to infinity, right? So if we draw a graph for this, so graph becomes like this. So this is the y-axis, and here it's x. Here if we take 0, so y is equals to x, and this is y is equals to minus of x. So this is the graph for the modulus function. Now some here are some properties for the modulus of real number. Okay, so properties of modulus of a real number. Okay, so the first is like mod x is equals to max x or minus x. Second thing is mod x square is minus of mod x square, which is equals to x square. Similarly, the third property is mod xy, we can write mod x mod y, right? Fourth is, if written is this, so we can write this as mod x by mod, but equals to 0. Next, we are having like mod x plus y is always less than equals to mod x plus mod y. Similarly, if mod x minus y, it is also less than equals to mod x plus mod y. And this is greater than equals to mod of mod x minus y of mod, right? Now the next one is mod x plus y is greater than equals to mod x minus mod y, right? Next property we are having mod of x is less than equals to k. So this we can say of minus k is less than x is less than k. So k is greater than 0, right? Last we are having like mod x is greater than k. So we can say here it's of minus k greater than equals to x, or we can say x is greater than equals to k and k is greater than 0, right? So this we can say this is the given function. So these are some properties of a modulus function. So you can make a copy till here first. Okay, copied. So next we are having the signum function. Number 6, I think. So which is the signum function? Okay. So like the function is defined by f of x is equals to mod x by x, and x is not equals to 0, and 0 for x equals to 0, right? So or we can write it as like the function we can say 1 if x is greater than 0, right? And 0 if x is equals to 0, minus 1 if x is less than 0. So this is called the signum function, and the domain will be R. A range of function will become -1, 0, and 1. Okay. So if we draw a graph for this, so y is equals to 1. Here it's become 1. And this side it become at -1. Y is equals to minus of 1, right? Next, we are having the greatest integer function or a step function, or also we called it floor function, right? So we called it as greatest integer function or step function, or it's called floor function. So the function f is defined by like f of x is equals to this greatest integer function, which is less than equals to x, right? So this is called the greatest integer function, and here this part indicates the integral part of x, right? This part is called the integral part of x, which is nearest and smaller integer of x. Smaller integer is x, right? So domain for this will be R, and the range will be integer. Okay, so like if we take examples like x, and here this greatest integer x. So if we write this -2 to -1, so it goes to -2, right? Here if we talk -1 to x less than 0, so it goes to minus of 1. Similarly 0 to x less than 1, so it goes to 0, and 1 to 2, so it goes to 1, right? And 2 less than x is less than 3, it goes to 2, right? So if we talk about the graph, like here is the 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 goes up. Similarly 1, 2, 3, right? So the graph will be for this. First, the first function was at 0, so it will be, so it goes to 2. Similarly from 2 it goes to 3, right? And for this side it goes also like this. So for the first it goes -1 to here 1, and here this -1 to here -2, right? So this excludes and this includes, right? So some facts about the this function. Okay, so which is fx is equals to greatest integer function, right? So first one is this is always equals to if x belongs to integer. Similarly second is less than x if x is not belongs to integer. Third is always equals to k, and k is belongs to I if k less than equals to x less than k plus 1. Okay, next this x plus I, which we can write this x plus of I, and if I is an integer, right? Next thing we are having This is minus of x, so it is written as minus of x, right? And the last we can write this minus x is equals to minus of x minus 1 if x not belongs to integer. Okay, so till now we have covered these things. Next we are having the fractional part of function, right? This is the fractional part function. Okay, so the function defined by the rule fx, which is defined by the rule fx is equals to x minus of greater integer function, right? So this indicates here, this indicates the integral part of x, which is the fractional part function. So domain will be R, range is 0 to 1. It excludes at 1, right? So we can say this integral part is less than equals to x is less than integral part plus 1. And here it's greater than 0 less than x minus of x plus, sorry, x less than 1. And again, if we talk about 0, which is less than equals to f of x less than 1, right? So if we talk about the facts of this function, so we can write first fx is equals to 0 if x is an integer, right? And the second is if fx is equals to x if x is, sorry, 0 is less than x is less than 1, right? Third one is if 0 is less than fx is less than 1, so if x is not an integer. And the last is if f of 1 plus x is equals to fx, so this f is a periodic function with the period 1, right? So like graph, if we talk about the graph, so graph will goes up like this. Graph will be having like this only, right? So the you can copy first here. So I think copied. So the next we will talk about the reciprocal function. Reciprocal function. Okay, so the function f is defined by, like, f of x is equals to 1 by x is called the reciprocal function. So here domain is equals to r and excludes the 0, and the range of this function will also at r and will disclose the 0, right? So the graph will be like this. This is for y equals to 1 by x. Similarly, here is y is equals to 1 by x. Next is the exponential function. Okay, so if a is greater than 0, then the function defined by f of x is equals to a to the power x, and ax belongs to r, right? So this is called the general exponential function with the base a. So here we can say the domain is equals to r, and range of this function is excludes 1 if f a is equals to 1, and 0 to infinity if a is greater than 0 and a is not equals to 1, right? So we can say this y is equals to e to the power x. So fx is equals to e to the power x, and x belongs to r. So this is called the natural exponential function, right? So domain for this is will be r, and the range will become 0 to infinity. Okay. Next function we are having, which is the logarithm function, which is the logarithmic function. Okay, so the function defined by f of x is equals to y, which is equals to log ax. X is equals to ay, and a is greater than 0 and a is not equals to 1, right? So we can say domain will become 0 to infinity, and range of this will become r. Okay, so in this particular, the function fx is equals to log e to the power log ex. So this is called the natural logarithmic function, and fx of log base log x base 10 is called common logarithmic function, right? So Next is power function. I think logarithmic function properties you already know. Log properties we already discussed in some lectures, I think. Now, if we are taking the power function. So function r to r. So fx is given, which is x to the power alpha, where alpha is r is called power function. Okay. Next, trigonometric function. I think these we have covered, but we will discuss it quickly, right? So for trigonometry, like the first one is the sine function. So domain is R and the range is -1 to 1. Graph we already know, so we will not discuss it here. We already covered in the previous lectures. Next, for cosine function, domain is R and range is -1 to 1. Similarly, for the tan function, which is the tangent function, so here domain will be r minus of this 2n plus 1 pi divided by 2, and n belongs to integer, right? And the range is r. Range is r. Now next is cosecant function, right? So for this, domain will be r minus of this 2n pi plus 1 pi by 2, and n belongs to integer, and the range belongs to r, and here it's exclude -1 to 1. Next, if we talk about the secant function, so which is taking domain belongs to r minus of this 2n plus 1 pi by 2, and the range belongs to r, which is -1 to 1 excluding, right? The last is the cotangent function. Okay, so here domain belongs to r, n pi by n, and n belongs to integer, and the range is r, right? Range is r. Now you can make like a table for the functions, domain, and range. So you can like write polynomial identity, constant, reciprocal, this modular, signum, greatest integer, logarithmic, trigonometric, inverse trigonometric. So you can write all these this domain and the range in one page or somewhere else where you make notes, right? So this will helps you a lot. Now the next is even and odd functions. Even and odd function. So a function y equals to fx is said to be first even, said to be even if f of minus x is equals to fx, and said to be odd if f of minus x is equals to minus of fx, right? Next is neither odd nor even. So for this, if f is minus of x is not equals to plus minus f of x. Examples like fx is equals to e to the power x plus e to the power minus x, and fx is equals to x square, and fx is equals to x sine x, right? So function is equals to cos x and fx is equals to x square cos x, all are even function, all are even function, right? Similarly, if we talk about the odd functions like fx is equals to e to the power x and e to the power minus x, and fx is equals to sine x, or fx is equals to x cube, and fx is equals to x cos x. So all these are odd functions. All these are odd functions. Okay. So the properties of even and odd functions. Okay. So the first is the product of two even or two odd function is always like two odd or two even product is always even function. This is the shortcut, or your odd and e is the for even. Similarly, the product of even function by an odd function and vice versa is odd function. Like odd into even or even into odd is always odd function. Okay. The sum of odd and even function is neither sum of even and odd function is neither odd nor even function. Okay. And like every function fx can be expressed as the sum of the even and odd function, that is f of x is equals to half of fx plus this minus x plus half fx minus of f minus x, right? So it become fx plus g of x. So here fx is even and gx is odd. Okay, so we can say f of minus x is equals to f of x, and g of minus x is equals to minus of gx. Okay, so I think we conclude today here, right? So we are gonna conclude here today's lecture. So from the next lecture, we start with the periodic function and the properties of the periodic function. And similarly, we will take some special functions and the composite functions. And we'll try to finish this lecture unit the function with we'll take like past year questions also in the next lecture. So thank you guys.